Let's take a look at know-how as a function of our intellectual property. So know-how is the information that your team or individuals know as a result of working within the organization about the what, the who, and the how of the company. This is our human capital. We have people who are with us for years and years and years. They know how to do things. It's not always captured. It's not always protected. And especially when employees leave, could be a real big issue for us. I had an experience as a CTO where I left the company and it was time for a change. But I was really close to the employees. And so I had this habit of checking in with the employees. Hey, how is that project going? Did you guys manage to solve for X? And I had a very pleasant surprise one day when one of the employees said to me, hey, my contract was updated and I am no longer allowed to disclose what we do, how we do it, or who we do it with to outsiders. And so, yeah, I was a little hurt, but I was also really proud of how that company updated their employee contracts. Now, I'm hoping they didn't do it because of me. I doubt it. But it did give me pause as to what we do with our human capital when key personnel leave. So let's break down know-how in just a couple components. On the what, we have trade secrets, we have computers and hardware, whatever we issue our employees. Our employees work with code, they work with documents. These are all internal to the company and the company's know-how. Then we have the who. Our people have relationships. They have relationships with vendors. They have relationships with other employees, which could lead to poaching. And in most dangerous probably is they have relationships with our customers that we need to protect. Then there are things that they know how to do. Things like processes that are confidential, things that give us a competitive advantage in the marketplace, and intellectual property. Sometimes their names are on patents. Sometimes certain aspects of their employment is codified in a contract. And so how they do work with us could potentially be in danger when they decide to leave. Let's take a look at the couple things you can do as CTO to proactively lock down the know-how, i.e. protect your human capital as they build out your products. Number one, take an inventory of all your assets. Yes, computers, hardware, whatever is out there in the world, you need to know who has what. You have to be able to recover copies, recover documents, have a process in place where if someone leaves the company, all of that is retained and is no longer out there in the world. You also have to have a clear policy on what is confidential and what is not. It's surprising to see how often employees have no idea what the company regards as confidential. Have an access control policy. Make very sure that only the right people have the access to the right information. This can be a little tricky, so make sure that people are trained, especially during onboarding, so that there isn't a weird vibe, but that the greater good is always communicated in this. Also the same with exit. Make sure that there is training. Key employees need to be under an NDA, non-competes. These documents are all good for the protection of the company know-how. Then you should maintain a culture of integrity. This is where you and your senior management demonstrate to your people how important access and the treatment of data is inside of your company. And so don't bypass anything there. Of course, kill access to everything from emails internally to outside SaaS accounts, whatever SaaS services you're using. Be surprised at how many places you have to go to kill that access. Communicate, with the highest ethical standards, someone's exit to the company and to third parties so that that person is no longer able to trade on your behalf. I hope this helps. Let's get your know-how locked down.